My gosh, look at all these badass women. I'm scared of all of you. You especially, Wallis, man, all the martial arts you do and all of that. Is that an easy process for you? Do you just fall into athletic like that?
I'm naturally athletic, yeah, but it's like it's muscle memory. So if I haven't done it for a while, then definitely need training in it. But I think once it's like riding a bike, once you get back into it, it's easier.
Just like that.
It's like that.
Um, Skai, good morning, and how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm terrific, and I'm such a fan of your voice work.
Oh, thank
You do
you.
so well in that genre. Do you like voice work better than being on camera?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I love voice work a lot. It's great because you can kind of just get out of the bed in your pajamas and do voice work. It's very fast and then you're done. But I always liked being on the camera, whether it be modeling. I started not modeling at 9 months old to then filming movies. So I love being on camera. It's just something that I've always been passionate about.
Yes, all of you have fallen into modeling in one way or another. Sasha, was that a difficult kind of job to have? Was it grueling?
It was a job. I mean, it had a lot of benefits and it was not easy at times, but it was fun.
And as a dancer, do you fall into that easily too, doing martial arts and the choreography of fight scenes?
Yes and no. Yes, because I can memorize all the signals pretty fast and easy, but then I'm way too graceful when I'm trying to hit a big dude, and I do it like. And my director was like, "You're like kicking ass. You have to like go for it." And I was like, "Say no more."
Hmm.
So that aspect was a little, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. And what a terrific film this is. It's so much fun and it's got a great sense of itself. Wallis, was it all on the script when you received the script? And was there a heavy audition process for this?
Yeah. So the action was very much in the script when I received it. It was, I think there were rewrites still taking place, but the action was only enhanced, which was obviously a joy for me. And the audition process, I think it was different for all of us. For myself, I had just finished Batwoman, and Jordan I think, just wanted an actress with martial arts experience who was a bit of a tomboy, had maybe played a lesbian role before, so that there I was. Hi.
Wallis.
Yeah. Pick up the phone. It's ringing.
Everyone else being writer.
And again, congratulations on Batwoman too. What a great stint you did in that.
Thank you, Tony. I really appreciate that.
Sasha, I mean, again, having these fellow actors as part of your day-to-day experience on set. I mean, is it all a big sisterhood now? Are you guys all best buddies?
Yes. Probably the best bonding experience, like, just being in Thailand together, hanging out every day and making a movie and playing best friends.
Skai, do you take with you a little part of your character to the next film, or do you just leave it all? That was a role I played and pick up brand new.
I just feel like that was kind of like a role I played. It's just very different with each role you play. I could play someone next that's just completely opposite, so where I wouldn't have to take any of Daisy with me, but then I may play a role that I need to. So it really just depends. But if the next role is something like that, then I most definitely will acquire a little bit of Daisy in there.
Skai, was there a lot of laughing on the set? Was it a joyous workplace?
It was a joyous workplace. I mean, I feel like being in Thailand alone is just like a great experience. And we all just had so much fun. We clicked right away. And we just had so many amazing moments on set. Like I said, it didn't even feel like work for me. So it was a lot of laughing and just a lot of working, but having fun at the same time.
Sasha, do you want to hop behind the camera more and more and do more directing and producing?
I want to do producing, and I'm actually doing it right now. Just there's so many stories that I feel like to be told. So
Yeah, need
I
to
want
be
to.
told. Wallis, what about you? I mean, you've been in this business a little bit, and you've certainly done a great job as being in front of the camera. How about hopping behind the camera a little bit?
I would absolutely love to. I was directing and writing like my own films that I starred in since I can remember. I used to want to be a writer before I realized what acting was, and I've always wanted to direct. Producing, I've never tried, but definitely, I think on a future project, I would love to shadow produce and see what it's all about. I find that interesting as well.
Well, what I find really, really interesting about Sheroes is, 15 years ago, maybe, this would all be played by men, and it would be it'd just be another story. And this being what it is just a great film about camaraderie and deep friendship and trust. Um, and I think we need to see a lot more of that type of underlying plot devices in films. You guys really stepped up and just made it your own, and I'm so happy. I'm going to watch this again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. I think it's important to have those movies that you were talking about with strong male leads, but it is just as important to have strong female leads for young women or any kind of women all around the world. So I think they're both equally as important. Female-led roles, I feel like female-led films have just had less exposure. So I think it's great for us to be doing it now.
You probably already have one, Wallis, but you other two ladies, I mean, you're going to have your own action figures, aren't you?
I would hope so. That would be great. I would love an action figure myself.
I would love to see one too. I mean, you guys, again, I am so blown away by the performance in this, and it's very, very real, very human, but it's also got that wonderful humor about it as well. And all of you play comedy really, really terrifically. I'll start with Skai. Do you enjoy comedy?
I do enjoy comedy. Obviously that's what I'm used to, so it's like very easy for me to tap into it. But I love all genres as well. But comedy is very fun to play with.
Sasha, how about you? Do you enjoy comedy over drama?
I enjoy comedy a lot, and it was my first experience doing something like this. It was just, boy, it's fun. It's fun doing this kind of movie. So yeah.
And Wallis, how about you?
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to do as much comedy, obviously coming from the superhero genre, which I also love. But for me, it was exciting to, I think, do a more commercial comedy.
Yeah, and again, comedy's I think it's harder because you don't know if a joke lands or if the situation lands until it hits theaters. And audiences talk about, I mean, you can make a grip laugh, but, I don't know if that's achieving the goal.
100 people behind the camera, and if you make them laugh, you'll probably make everyone else.
Yeah. It doesn't matter who it is, as long as they're laughing, then
good. You've done your job at that point. In our final moments, I'll start with Wallis. What do you think audiences are going to take away from watching Sheroes?
I think it's an adrenaline-fueled ride. I want audiences to kind of get lost from their own world. Hopefully laugh, hopefully be able to relate to it or feel inspired and just smile, really.
Sasha?
I hope they can just forget whatever is happening for 2 hours and just really enjoy themselves and live with like happiness and smile on their face.
And Skai, you have the last word.
I think that they'll take away from the film is that, girls, especially women as well, can do anything that they put their mind to, especially when you have a solid friend group with you that is loyal and that you trust. You guys, the world is endless. You can do anything.
You guys are so great. Thank you so much for this interview. And I enjoyed the films really, really. I'm not kidding you. I'm going to go see it again in a little bit. So,
Thank you,
take care.
Tony.
Tony.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.